DM, what happened last session?
All I can say is my friends confirm my mother is not a Jill. My mum is not a
When do we start your
I don't really
pitch?
know I'm going to cut the recording to start from when I said, okay, yeah, fair enough. That's going to be completely without context. DM, what did we do last session? Do tell.
Last session, you travelled back from nearby Zonk, avoided Vesper. Naïlo, very irritable, scared off some giant scorpions in the middle of the day with a purple worm illusion. And you travelled for several days where the tieflings weren't drinking. Very much a tool. Because they have heat resistance, so it affects them less. Most people weren't eating properly. And I think you're on 2 levels of exhaustion currently.
I am.
You did get back to Faisal. On the way there, Tyler made a new friend in S.H.I.E.L.D. Moxie had an existential... No. Moxie had a crisis of sexuality and also took on... I don't know if she took on the apprenticeship from neither of them, but she certainly started acting as Naïlo's apprentice. Then you arrived in Faisal, briefly met Arif's cousin, and went to his house to get food. And he briefly caught up with him, overheard him arguing with his cousin, and you are going in to talk to a Dark Elf prisoner who's being held in the cells.
Yes, and I would add to that that I have deliberately left behind my white thumb sword, and that I have only got currently equipped in my usual sheath, now with black.
Yeah, I don't have my one either because my one's like, I don't know.
Has Tyler come down with us?
Probably not.
I think you're the only one who's going in, so far as I'm aware.
Okay.
Although Moxie is a tiefling, so feasibly from Virliber. You could take her if you wanted to. But Arif and Tyler presumably are waiting up in the courtroom.
I suppose Naïlo's not going to say anything if Moxie decides to accompany or not, but she is definitely herself going to single-mindedly make her way towards the cell.
Are you going or just waiting?
I think she'll delay herself a little bit. Just be like, ha! You thought there was only one person interrogating? No, there's 2. Yeah, I think she'll delay it slightly. Probably not.
Moxie's going to arrive midway without all of the context and possibly screw with it.
Sure. Pass perception 14 on notice are coming. That's fine.
Okay.
It's got to be 14. I think it is. Yo.
I think it's 14 is the highest of the group.
Yeah, it's 14. Let's fucking go.
It's quite easy to be the highest of the group.
The
Yes.
travelling with Arif, he is highest.
Done.
But between the lot of you at the moment, don't know what Cassie's will be. Possibly decent. But so you go in, there's a... what's it lit by? Possibly continual fire.
Fair enough.
And torches along the sides.
Yeah.
You go down, it's in the furthest cell from the entrance. It's about as wide as Arif's kitchen bit is.
Yeah.
There's a couple of... Although it does appear to be slightly more underground, so you imagine there's possibly a bit more. You have to go down a slope and along a bit. You come up to a cell, and there's a slightly injured looking dark elf.
Yeah.
Male.
Oh, disgusting.
They're chained by the wrists, but not also the feet. And they're ungagged, so you gather they're not a spellcaster.
Hello. Don't worry, I'm a friend. I'm going to...
What are you speaking in?
Undercommon. Fuck.
Undercommon.
I'm gonna toss a date into the cell. One of Arif's. So, I heard you're sent by, Father Fu.
He didn't send us. We're simply allied with him.
Right. Yes, some people, I've learned, went ahead and destroyed Zonk. That's why you didn't get any reinforcements.
Why are you here?
I'm here Because I'm trying to track down Riglo.
Do you want to roll an insight check?
Sure. If his face is visibly doing something.
Roll an insight check, see what you get.
Ooh, that's gonna be nuts. Insight, 20, dirty.
They recognise that name. They definitely recognise that name.
Oh, it brings in here.
And if I possibly can, Helvark as well. Not familiar with that one?
Who are you?
You don't need to know that. But you do need to know, or I suppose you might trust me more, if I tell you that I'm the one who killed Shapasha, and I'm going to unsheath the song sword and show it to them.
Roll deception.
Alright. Not my best charisma-based stat. 15.
You are not of my company. You weren't there when we killed Shapasha.
Oh, I was. I was definitely there. I don't know what else I can tell you. Now, I didn't get the finishing blow. That went to Helvark. But I was there and I helped. Did my part. It took quite a few blows to fell her.
Who are you?
A friend.
Friend.
Now,
And yet you claim to have been somewhere as someone I knew when I have no recollection of meeting you.
sorry, this was quite a few years ago. I don't know what to tell you. But I was there. Now, if you can tell me how or where approximately Helvark is so I can meet back up with him, I'd appreciate that.
They sneer at this. You want to meet with Helvark?
And Riglo.
Well, that's the more important one, I think.
I see there's merits to both.
Merits to a human.
Helvark will have more influence over what's happening with Zonk. Certainly.
What do you care about Zonk?
I care that Zonk was going to be used as a midway point to siege Faisal, and it can't anymore.
What are you proposing to do about it?
Well, I'm not entirely sure yet, quite frankly. That's part of why I risked life and limb to get myself this conversation with you. What can you tell me?
You're a spy,
That I
sent
am.
by Riglo.
Mhm.
I see. I won't say very much here.
Sure, once you're free then.
Free me and I'll certainly tell you. What I know that I'm willing to disclose is that we'd organised an attack with our allies, and they failed to show, and we attacked anyway. No use relying on humans. Don't turn up at dates they set, undependable. You claim they have a decent reason, but Vesper would be helping too. They didn't turn up either. Too
That
connected
one,
to chains of command is what they are.
that one I don't have any information on best. My apologies.
We answer to Riglo, but, well, no one forgets that we answer to Veyron primarily.
Fair enough.
And, well, we attacked. It went less well than we'd hoped. As you can tell, they clink the chains. I got caught. I know some were killed, but a fair amount retreated. There's no point in staying too long.
Alright. For us to track down where Riglo is, How many days of rations should I prepare? You don't need to tell me where he is yet. That can wait until you're free, just so I can start getting prepared. Depending, it could be one of those cut and run situations.
I don't know. I've been captured all. They will not tell me anything else at the moment until I can get out. I know places they might be ways I could get into contact, but where Riglo is, I have no way of telling. And as for Helvark, well, I worked with him, once several years ago.
Alright. Thank you for your assistance to the cause. I hear someone coming. Tell me what you know. Come on, spit it out.
You come to see Naïlo standing with hands on her hips, staring at the dark elf of relatively similar height. He's chained by their wrists to the wall, but currently sitting down.
Okay.
They see a brown tiefling with red eyes, is it?
I think gold.
With golden eyes and horns and not a dark elf.
Moxie's just trying to be intimidating.
Tell me what you know. What did you shout that in?
Common.
Let's check it in common. So you understood what I said.
I think the first thing Moxie does, because she's trying to be intimidating, she just points at him. She's like, you. What do you know already? She's just
Like she said, spit it out.
I think at this point Moxie's like,
Roll
this isn't like Naïlo.
Roll intimidation check with disadvantage.
Intimidation with disadvantage. No.
Another dice. You can have another dice.
Wait, disadvantage. Yeah.
Disadvantage.
It's a 2.
What's your modifier?
My modifier's a 2.
A solid 4.
Solid.
They look thoroughly unimpressed, actually. This is quite similar to some of the looks that your old troop levelled at you last time you visited. And this is more of a look over that's actual acknowledgement over towards Naïlo.
Ha! You thought
I'm not telling either of you anything.
You thought you'd make me feel bad by looking disappointed. Well, guess what? I've had that look all my life!
Moxie, what do you think we should do to one who doesn't speak? I mean, Arif said we'd have jurisdiction to go as far as we want. So, tell us what you know.
Under common they go. This hellspawn in on your cover?
Are they looking straight at me?
They basically spit it at the ground.
Okay. Do you look at me? Do you recognize Undercommon?
No, but at this entire time, Moxie's like, why
They say something that sounds very angry,
Yeah.
and they kind of spit it at the ground.
Yeah, Moxie's
You assume it's insults.
Yeah, Moxie's at this point just like, why is Naïlo asking me what she should do? She never asked me what she should do. What is happening? She's like,
Have to stay of your life.
In
she's
response
she's
to them,
glancing at like Naïlo.
in response to them, Naïlo is going to continue with this assault. Okay, well I don't understand what that language was, but if you keep that up, I'm assuming it's insulting. Like I said, Arif gave us jurisdiction to do as much as we want.
No, I swear to God, they're I'm pretty sure they spoke like their language. Wouldn't you be able to understand what they fucking said? Like,
Probably code. Elements of it, sure, but
but I thought you were smart.
if there's a point where Moxie's not looking at me and they are, Naïlo is going to go like...
I think Moxie is...
Was it just like,
So you have an opportunity.
Yeah.
hello, you were... No, she doesn't. She's like, hello, what is wrong with you? No, what is wrong with you? You're different.
Moxie, a word. And,
Just walk up the corridor.
yeah, look at the corridor a little bit. Talk loudly enough for them to hear. Moxie,
What is wrong with you? You're different. What
we're
happened to
doing
you?
good cop, bad cop. Alright? You be the good one, I'll be the bad.
But-
I thought... Okay.
But
alright.
why? Oh.
We need to get it together if we're going to intimidate them properly.
I'm gonna be nice.
We want to get something out of them. So far they've given nothing.
Okay, I'll be nice.
Alright.
She just like a grimace smile like. Moxie doesn't talk. She's like, this good cop.
It's a start.
Mm.
Going to storm back over.
She imitates Naïlo how Naïlo puts her hands on her. She's like, okay, if you tell us what you know, we'll get you out of here, okay?
Okay.
That's honestly more horrifying.
Okay, if you've been, we'll be nice if you give us what we want, okay?
And if you don't, I suppose we can start with something light. And she's going to cast dancing lights, making a very bright single globule of light, which floats in through the cage down towards her eyes, as she herself kind of looks away from it.
They're going to.
Naïlo, why do I start like yelling and
Nope, don't do that.
Oh,
like right next to their ear?
Okay, Clary, I'm gonna dispel the light. We need to discuss this more thoroughly. We'll be back for you later. Next time, we'll get answers out of you. And I'm gonna storm off.
I think the photo was a very good torture technique. If it affects you, it'll affect them.
The issue is we won't hear what they say. They just hear me yell down the corridor.
And then Davies leaves the corridor.
Wow.
You come up and you can brief Arif and Tyler on whatever happened.
Yeah, the second we come up. Alright, so I managed to earn their respect. Upon this, Vesper was supposed to be attacking. Not only Zonk, or troops from Zonk and all over, but yes, Vesper was supposed to be joining in on the assault, but their forces never arrived. This is obviously one of Veyron's folks. They aren't giving me precisely what I'd like to know. I might be able to track down the location of Riglo.
It's a name unfamiliar to me.
I didn't know you got any information, Naïlo.
This is
You were
bef-
like yelling at them, be like, give me information, and then you didn't have any information. They weren't giving you any
This is
information.
before you showed up. I just was selling the act to them.
Oh, is that why you look different? Yeah. Naïlo, no, it's Tyler and him.
Yeah.
Naïlo asked me for advice.
To be fair, it was torture advice. Of anyone, I would think you'd know.
I throw my country in the panel.
But no matter.
Torture's highly inefficient compared to mind magic.
Yeah, there's a lot of easier ways. Anyways, this is in your jurisdiction, completely. If you decide to lop their head off now, that's fine by me. I think we can still get more out of them, but it would require a freeing of them temporarily.
A delicate touch.
They do seem to trust me.
Well, that's certainly further than I got. I got racial slurs and not very much
If
else.
someone trusts Naïlo, please.
Do you not trust the person currently teaching you?
From literally just meeting Naïlo in from 10 minutes, they instantly trust her? Jeez.
Veyron's folks are racist.
Oh, okay.
That's all I have to say about that.
Okay, no, I get it. No,
Right, if you don't trust anything I say, or don't think I'm forthcoming, I'll of course answer under zone of truth. But everything I've said thus far is true.
Arif appears to put some thought into it. For the sake of legal proceedings, I imagine, so far as you're fine with it, a zone of truth may be helpful.
Sure.
I am willing to take you at your word, but this is a rather important demand.
I will warn you, and this may come across as concerning, but there is one thing, not relevant to Faisal, not relevant to Ivitordo, just relevant to me, that we did discuss. And if you ask me questions about that, I'm not going to be answering. To be completely forthcoming.
Right. Well, hopefully it's not too important.
Definitely
What
not
do you know
to
about
Ivitordo.
Riglo?
And then she was going to relay all the
Yeah.
information again.
He'll ask what you know about Riglo. Why is it important? Because you did mention that as a thing.
Riglo. Well, I know that.
If you want, you can try and not.
I
You
know
can
that.
try and make it. What
No,
does
no,
it
no.
say?
I think you only actually get to make it at the start of the spell, anyways.
Ah.
And he would know.
Yeah, he would know.
Well, I know that Riglo, this feller works under him. Seems to be quite a power word. I would imagine perhaps they're a similar ranking to Vorham. And also, yeah, that's more or less it.
Of course. No, I don't. But he clicks and Arif's own truth disappears.
Thank you.
Right. That was helpful. Oh, I don't know if I informed you, but I imagine that Ivitordo will be declaring war on the factions that aren't Janum's. Well, once we get the information to the capital.
Makes sense.
As the legally acknowledged heir, well, it's our borders. They've already, certainly Fazafu at least, has already attacked our soldiers and our civilians, so certainly well within our rights. And, well, I'm sure we can mobilise a sufficient force.
Janum's a mad lad.
I've never met him. Apparently he's fine at court functions. Apparently Prince Fazafu's not. Don't know anything about level. Not the kind of royalty I got really involved with.
Yeah. Well, I don't like either of them. But
I haven't met them personally.
no, I just don't
just by
like them.
reputation.
Yeah. Well, anyone who's like, Tieflings can't be found in the royal family is a dickhead.
Well, if they were born into the royal family, I certainly don't see a problem. I know that people were going to have problems with the fact that they were born a tiefling, and there's rumours associated with why Janum was born a tiefling to two entirely supposedly human married parents. But, well, don't know exactly how factual the options are, so I will assume half of it is racism and not repeat any of it. Or more than half, quite frankly. I wouldn't be surprised.
Fair enough.
I suppose... do I go see them now myself, or when are they expecting people next?
I told them that I'd be back in on my own. I also mentioned that I'd be back with this one.
Good call.
I guess we can just run our incredible incompetence routine, which isn't too different.
If you run me through some, I can actually follow
Were you
some.
using disadvantage on things earlier because you have levels of exhaustion?
Fuck!
I had disadvantage because I was
Fuck.
not intimidated.
No, I wasn't. Let me roll again. Okay, still Pog for the insight, that would have been a 19, and for the deception, that would have been better. So those rolls still stand.
Great. I imagine you can do that tomorrow. Look like you need to rest slightly before much more strenuous things.
I might go down in 2 days. Quite frankly, bit more than a little exhausted.
You said you were dueling. What day are you wanting to do that?
2 days?
Suppose you ever right to be at full strength.
Fight.
In 2 days.
Do you want me to set you up with a duel? We have people you can do it
No, I
with.
want to watch the fight, not do me in the fight.
I can fight.
No, I want to watch the fight. Watching fights are cool. Tyler, can I call you barbarian bitch for the fight?
No. That's a clear no.
What
If you can find a more appropriate name, maybe. But no.
Moxie, I hope you realize that interrupting a I don't know if we're religious.
How is this what religion? There's two bros fighting.
And if it's a ritual duel in public, even
Is
if it's
it?
only for the entertainments of the guards,
Is it a ritual duel? Are you?
the fact that it's set up, yes, it's not any sort of ritual magic.
Oh, when we were
I imagine
in
it's
my
just
trip, when we
entertainment,
just fight, we
yes.
just fight.
Yes,
you
you
fight.
don't seem to live with many laws.
Yeah, you fight, you fight.
In fairness, this is a bit more formal than just sparring.
But the
We got
duels are...
money on the line. 30 gold.
No, it's not 30 gold.
What can I yell?
It's 10 gold.
Encouragement that's not insulting.
Fine.
It's not insulting. It's a nickname. Barbarian bitch. Get him. I'm not insulting.
Isn't barbarian an insult?
I would argue, yeah. I
He
would
was
like to be called one.
he was kind of
You can
barbaric.
say, you can
That's
yell.
still insulting.
You could go for it, Tyler. I want you to win. Or go for it, Naïlo. I want you to win. Those would be fine.
I'll be pissed if you yell Tyler, I want you to win.
That's so lame though. Like, what about slit his throat? And, like, kill him.
Oof.
He was travelling with you for like a good.
I don't want her to actually slit your throat. It's like words of encouragement. Like, whenever Dagger fought someone, I'm like, Dagger, maim and kill them. But Dagger
How
doesn't
often did they
actually-
actually maim and kill them?
50% of the time.
I have business to attend to with the people currently in the
If
town.
they were friends, Dagger wouldn't kill them. It's fine.
I
It's
have business to
encouraging.
attend to in Faisal with the lovely guests you've brought, including Dagger. And make yourself at home in the house. I suggest you all have food and water.
Got her on a leash. It's fine.
Oh, do you three want to have do you want to use the hot tub?
Sure.
I'll set that up and show you where the door is.
I don't want to see your naked body again, Naïlo.
Why? It's a hot tub.
I don't want to see your naked body again.
That sounds... Those are quite the rarity in the Underdark.
Are you two?
I
Quite
felt-
the rarity in the desert.
I felt assaulted that day. I was not looking, but Naïlo made me look.
Arif walks out of the room.
For whatever reason, she's ashamed of my nudity. I
I'm
can't fathom
respecting
it.
your privacy.
No, you're not. You're insulting me.
Was I asleep? Was I?
You weren't there.
A woman's body is our privacy, and you're going to have a
I think I would have been better off not knowing, but. Alright.
Would you willingly want to see Naïlo naked?
No!
Now you see my.
Little bit mean.
It's not because
It's
they're
not, it's not
pretty.
against you, but I shouldn't be looking at any girls naked, really.
Precisely.
Until I'm married to them, you know?
Oh.
I'm sorry, what's this? Only nudity after marriage. What? Of all the bizarre things, is this just
Wait.
a you thing or like a up here thing?
Like up there thing.
Wait,
What?
you have to get married.
Arif walks into this.
You have to get married.
Tyler's engaged.
No!
People only see each other naked for the first time when they're married?
Does that mean we?
That's a practice some people follow. I haven't.
Right.
I'm not married and
Does that mean under Tyler's God, me and Naïlo could take?
It's not about Ilmater, it's
No. It's more of
a
respect
social
thing.
convention.
Okay.
Yeah.
People generally, if heirs are a concern and you're in any kind of non-same-sex relationship, it's generally called, oh, wait until you're married, just so there's not people born out
until
of
you're
wedlock.
married.
Yes, I can fucking kiss people.
Okay, because that would be a
Right.
very awkward wedding.
I will say I was a little bit concerned that when I stripped down in front of you, Arif, I might have caused even more problems. Aside from the obvious ones.
You
But
stripped down. Naïlo, how dare you? You betrayed me.
he needed to go to bed.
What? What?
Can you explain
What?
a little bit more?
Naïlo's a predator. I'm a young tiefling leave me in the desert.
How old
all
are you?
alone. Oh, I'm in my early 20s. I know, I
So
don't
am
look
I.
it. Naïlo, you're a predator!
Naïlo and I have not had sex, to be clear.
Neither did we, but I see you still shot naked in front of me.
I should specify.
It's like, you have to look at me.
So far as I'm aware, it's somewhat of a religious convention. I wouldn't take it personally.
Okay.
You're not going to be naked for the duel, are you?
Given that you only just figured out your sexuality,
I'm interested in my protection. I value living.
hesitate to ask, but they did cover how relationships work, right?
Oh, God. She doesn't know her relationship.
Naïlo, your student.
The only
Certainly.
time I ever saw relationships in the troop is when, like,
You're the
they'd
man.
leave.
Oh.
Ah, well, one night stands?
Yeah, they'd leave.
They
wouldn't bring a man back into the troop. They leave and then they come back, and they come back, and it's like...
Okay, like I said, I do have business. I will just down off the office, across from where the prison is. In the wall there's a room with the hot tub in. You're free to use that and help yourself to the kitchen. I will be back in the evening and we can sort out rings.
Thank you.
We're not engaged. And then he goes out and leaves. It's not so bad, all of it.
Just kind of like,
Yes.
with a little bit of volume, kind of trying to project that, then halfway through she kind of gives up. She's like, I knew...
I was like, I had to strip, so that we go to bed. Yes, I'll get the rings prepared. We're not married though.
Yeah. You're free to roll an insight to see if you believe them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Naïlo, you're a cougar.
Oh, it's plus 0. Nice.
Naïlo's
17.
Naïlo's a cougar.
You think, and you're not entirely sure, but you think they seem to be just genuinely really bad at phrasing things. And a bit odd.
Okay, great.
You know, Moxie's just muttering to herself, I did not know.
Do you know what that is?
I'm not
Does
a...
not know what a cougar is.
Just-
I'm not some weird sand monster or something.
Do I know what a cougar is?
Half of the women,
Probably.
half of
Okay,
the older
good.
women in Moxie's
Cougars
troop
are
are cougars.
mountain
That's how she
lions.
knows.
So, cougars are mountain lions, so they'd be enough in the area for you two to hear about them. It's just Naïlo from the Underdark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you quite like cats?
Moxie knows
Yeah,
what a
cats.
cougar is because she's in a troop of all women. There's got to be some older women there who get around with men. That's how she knows what a cougar is.
Alrighty, let's go, relax a little bit. We
I'd
need a
rather go
chat.
in the hot tub with Tyler. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll go after you guys.
No, don't leave me alone with her.
But I can't
Suit
see.
yourself, and she's gonna go down. Just kind of... No. If she wasn't aware that she's caused so many problems for Arif already, she would, like, strip dropping clothes on the way towards the thing. But she's aware enough now to do that once at the vicinity.
Okay, you go in, there's a fairly... It looks like you could fit several centaurs in it. So
Oh wow.
That's big.
it's not very much room, but you know, you can get possibly about 3 in, so it's fairly decently sized.
You two coming?
Are you
Um,
naked?
Yep.
And it's lit up with, you know, continual flames, which have probably been precast and left.
Does anybody have a swimming costume?
I was gonna say, can I
Actually,
put
it's
my
lit up
boxes
by
on?
just an object that's glowing.
Tyler, do you have a swimming costume?
No, but I've got boxes. I like go in there and just like
We are covering each other's eyes in underwear.
But for the 3 of you who've been travelling for several days, exhausted, tired,
A month, I think, even.
oh yeah.
in the desert and sand, this is probably
Yes.
also
got
for
that.
you. This is probably the first time because you've not actually had access to facilities like this travelling with your troop. You've not sat in water before.
Okay, so how do we do this? Do you just like sit in it? Do you like like swim laps? Like, how do you do this?
Moxie, first game my way.
You just lean back.
I don't know what to lean.
Okay, Tyler. Okay,
Okay.
close your eyes.
They're closed.
No, don't cover your hand with your eyes. Close your eyes. Grab my hand, and we can feel ourselves around with the walls. Okay, and use your feet.
I think I'll use our feet to fucking walk. Okay.
Touch me and I'll cut you.
Ah!
Away.
Tell us when we're close to you, Niall, so we can go the other way.
Why would you give us that mercy?
You find your way into the hot tub and sit down, possibly with your eyes still closed.
Yeah.
Solid.
Unless you want to stare at the ceiling.
No.
But the two of you who are quite covered in blood, this is great. It's actually coming off.
We can't see it because there's no one else.
No. Just the water's getting gradually just more red around us. We can't see it.
And the sand being gone, that's quite nice.
Moxie, what are you doing there? Have you ever had a bath before?
What's a bath?
Right. Okay, let me lend you a hand.
No! I told you she was a predator, Nyla. Not Tyler. I told you she was a predator. This is against my rights.
If you don't like it, I won't. God, you two are such killjoys.
Were you going to get fun out of touching us while we were in the bath?
Dear me. So,
I just want the sand gone. I just dip under real quick.
Presumably, it just remains with you going, oh, these two are.
I'm going to go get some music and so naked stand up, walk out,
Tyler and Moxie just
go
crying.
fetch a violin or a flute, actually start playing the flute.
The tub just fills with our tears.
Meryl's in the office.
Kind of look, ignore it. Keep
Are
going.
you still naked?
Yes.
No!
You're back in.
Maybe you're so through this.
You have play music, and presumably at some point the lot of you get up and go and sort out a meal. It's fine.
You have witnessed.
Who's going to go make food?
Well,
I will go.
before that,
Oh, before that, so whilst you're still in, okay,
Moxie's
sure.
still
Yeah.
crying.
what,
Moxie's still like.
They're in a hot tub.
Moxie, by the way, God, you make so many sounds. Just stop. They aren't nice
Says
sounds.
you! The one who wanted to touch me in the hot tub!
I was willing to help you get clean.
You're naked!
Moxie, I am 100 years older than you.
Yes, of course not!
You're going to die before I'm an adult.
You're a sexual predator!
Moxie, calm down. She is only meaning to clean you.
Wait, you're not an adult?
No.
But you're 100!
Yes. Well,
Wait,
barely an adult.
like, if you were, had, my, length of age, how old would you be?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like
What
a
do you take me
teenager?
for? I'm not a scholar.
A teenager or
I'm
something?
a singer, a dancer, a fighter.
Are you a teenager or not?
Older than that, but a little bit, I suppose.
Dear God, she's my age. I can't.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm 100 years older than you.
Alright, so what do we want for food?
Right. As I was about to say, Moxie, if you'd stop keeping your eyes closed and sobbing, you might notice your body's a little bit wrinkly. Don't worry, you haven't aged. That's just what water does to you. Alright.
Wait, what? Her eyes just lets out the most horrified scream.
Moxie,
There's a knock on the door.
Yes?
No murder!
I'm
Right?
dying!
No?
No, Mother! I'm dying!
Meryl's.
No, there's no
Hello
mother.
again.
No one's been stabbed.
Nope.
Dying!
She's just scared because of the wrinkles on her hands.
I'm dying!
Brilliant, I'm going back to work.
Bye.
Moxie, you really are a handful. I'm just going to get changed and walk out.
You're a handful, Nyla. I've been through a lot.
Moxie's Naïlo gone.
She would have had enough time to say that for sure.
Cool.
Moxie's not even staring. Moxie just like sees Naïlo in the peripheral vision, just like.
Then I'm just gonna quickly, while I can see, just wipe down and then get out.
Okay, so do you want to start making food or wait for someone else to do it?
I need to refund all the money of Arif that I consumed by eating his things. But instead of buying dates and exorbitant amounts of coffee, I am going to get pastry, bread, meat, all the fun stuff. And then demand someone else cooks it.
Cool.
Wait, have I tried cooking yet? I can try.
Okay, I've got
Last
groceries.
time Tyler cooked, it was
A slightly better
minority, like minutely better than Naïlo. I can try.
It was literally ration plus 2. And Naïlo's cooking is ration plus 1.
You can have a go.
Essentially.
What do I need to roll?
Yeah, so when you go up, Nyla's gone out, come back in, and says, make food,
What should I roll?
essentially.
So,
Survival.
Oh, yay.
Ooh.
Dirty 20!
Ew.
That was a cackle and a half.
I'm so sorry.
Go for like 7 silver.
A dirty 20. I rolled a 19 and I have a plus
You
1.
make a meal that's actually good.
Suck it!
I imagine really good even.
Really good, in fact. You made something edible from the ingredients Nylo brought, and you look at it, Nylo, and that doesn't look like it's barely better than rations. That looks...
When you have to make food from bare scraps you found in the desert, you get pretty damn good.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Pretty? Yours was basically inedible!
I don't think you were there for mine.
Yours was it was a double effort between you two and it was...
Well, that's true. That's what, Tyler, I've got to admit, I'm a little bit disappointed in you.
I tried my hardest.
Well, it wasn't good enough. This is good enough.
I
That's
got
it,
praise
that's
from
what he doesn't
Naïlo!
like it.
I got praise from Naïlo.
By the way,
Yeah.
Ian, I would have also bought
Yeah.
a number of rations. I'll figure that out later. You can just tell me
Yeah,
the
right.
cost of...
You can just take Mark's cupboard if you want.
No. No, I'd buy them. Bitch. Say 2 gold pieces is probably a bit much. 1 gold piece for everything I bought. Sound good? And then I'll do ration calculations later.
I mean, you can go for 7 silver.
Alright, cool.
It's fine. I'll be getting to you at some point, don't worry. Okay, so you're currently all making food.
Good food.
Good food.
Actually, we can do you now while they're occupied inside, possibly yelling at each other making food. You've been travelling. Let's say you arrive in the town about this time. There's a large group of people currently in the centre of the square. Just a crowd that appears to be talking to each other. But there's no tents surrounding this town, which is unusual for a town near Vitordo. It's mostly sandstone buildings, and there's not the layer of tents almost as big as the buildings that most places have. You've arrived. Presumably, you're going to go and look at mercenary jobs.
Sure.
If you want to do something else, you can say. There's several shops you can go to, but...
Probably need a weapon, so I'm fairly certain I don't have one of those.
Okay, you go to try and find a weapon.
I'd like a job.
Do you... Okay, I suppose that's the starting thing she just didn't. We'll say that your character starts with no weapon. They've turned up and you managed to lose it in the desert on the journey here. You're not quite sure how.
Sure.
Desert travel, you are quite used to living in one place and not leaving. This whole travelling thing, it's not been going so well, frankly. It looked a lot easier, or it sounds a lot easier when other people talk about it as well. It's actually quite hard. You want to just be at the point where it's not hard for anyone. You can just do it easily, but you're not there yet. You're not quite sure how to learn. So you've come in, you've managed to lose your sword, or whatever it is, in a sand dune. Where do you want to look for weapons? What kind of place do you think would have them? And then...
Town centre?
Okay, you go to the town centre looking lost.
In it,
Can you describe yourself?
Is it like one while you have a bear strap? Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, can you describe what you look like, please? I don't know what you look like, Cassie.
Lost. Just.
Okay, so
I'm so sorry.
Great, so you're a
Just
dark-skinned
making a
fire genasi who has hair that always looks like fire or is just orange in colour or whatever.
Looks like fire.
Looks like fire. And sort of a sooty grey skin colour. You walk into the middle of the town square and you look so out of place that a guard comes over to talk to you. Are you lost?
Just a little.
What are you looking for? I can point you the right direction, she says.
A weapon.
A weapon?
Yes. You're worse than Moxie!
Not fucking true.
Not yet.
Interact with people, yeah.
There's not a shop that sells weapons in the town, and the carvers aren't currently here. The garrison have some spares, but I don't know that we're free to give them out. You'd have to talk to Arif. He's captain of the guard.
I know of Arif.
Yes, his name's rather publicised.
Good point.
He's royalty and involved in a scandal. They kind of just look at you and go, I'll give you this way, put a hand on your shoulder and direct you towards the office.
Thank you.
They look in the room below and the room above. Arif's not here. I suppose you can wait in the offices or... He probably won't mind if you wait in his quarters. Opens the door. Just go in and wait by the... Wait with them!
I got
And
rid of
leaves.
Naïlo. I got rid of Naïlo.
I'm just crying on the table.
Moxie, actually good. What's the best?
They're eating a meal, and you have seen both of those two before in, visions.
I've seen that one. One day fighting. I
Yes,
don't know that
you've
name.
seen a vision of them having a duel and Moxie holding a head. So you walk in and three of them are sitting there, and you've been kind of abandoned in the doorway by the guard.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, by the way, male Janasu. This is you've probably never seen Janasu before. They look very odd.
Moxie, calm down. Moxie, calm down. For fuck's sake.
Moxie, don't worry. It's all
It's
good.
just a person. Are you here to see us?
No. Your hair's on fire. Yes. Maybe. That one's weird. It looks like it's on fire.
She's fucking loud and annoying. And sadly my student. I still may.
I want to be... No. If you thought I was bad, that one was naked in front of me like 10 minutes ago.
Moxie, please. This is not the introduction you need to have.
Yes, everyone at the table there's a brown tiefling with golden eyes and gazelle horns. There's a
Naïlo.
yeah, go on.
Who? Bitch. A kind of lavender-esque skinned dark elf, so very much not reminiscent of probably any other humans or most creatures you find around these parts, and that way perhaps
Probably
similar to
most
you.
close to There's probably a couple of water genasi that's sort of similar, but it's not quite the same.
She's got a very, very long head of silvery white hair that goes down to basically the small of her back, currently tied up in a very long braid.
My hair rose.
Would you have tied the hair up?
Put the plait.
Yeah, would you have plaited it this morning?
Yeah.
Okay, then what type of plait is it?
I think this time it's gonna be like a classic French braid, but at the very top it's almost like a ponytail like French braid, and then it goes down French braid and then ends.
Okay, sure.
Shining up every day, bro.
She She's probably the first one to look at you, just based off passive perception.
I'm lost.
She's just dancing in the corner.
And you'd be greeted by two, like, ruby red eyes. Aside from that, she wears generally quite dark, between dark blue and black, traveling clothes. She's got, currently, useful for a desert at night. She's got currently 2 swords on her back. One of them seems heavily like strapped in, locked in place by like belts and whatnot. That one is kind of like a very dark steel, and at the very tip of its pommel is like a almost like pitch black, encompassing color. Whereas the other one is the knight to that one's day. It is white.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
And-
Both of them look like a fine elven make.
And the third person in the room is a rather tall human male with light brown skin, because all the humans around here have brown skin of some shade.
Kind of tanner. There's
The
no
desert.
option about that.
And I mean, you don't really have any other defining features, do you?
I'm just gonna say brown eyes and just slightly curly blondish hair.
So generic.
Yeah, essentially. Very generic.
You're just surrounded by like
I'm here to balance out these two.
yeah, white hair bros.
I can try.
Well, sir, if you aren't here for us, what are you here for? Okay. Not from Virliber, are you?
No.
Good.
Hey, where are you from? Nothing. Hectic portal place. It's very chaotic.
That place makes food, doesn't it?
I'm fairly certain everyone makes food.
What?
Tamari particularly has food exports as part of its trade,
I
because you have a lot of earth and water in random places to make crops.
Yes, we have food. I don't have food. They have food.
I have food.
I made food. It's very good food.
Do you want to take the food that's been offering?
I'll take food.
It's good
There
food.
you go. It is good food.
It's the best thing you've eaten in several weeks of travelling.
I made it.
I really don't like complimenting Moxie, but quite frankly, she did a damn good job with that one.
Unlike your piece of shit you made.
Moxie, would you like to duel? I like to blow off steam.
You're with Tyler.
True.
You're good.
I'll blow it off on you.
What?
What was that song?
You're good at drawing. Don't say that there.
That I am.
Don't say. Don't say.
What's
that.
the challenge?
I'm not.
Sure.
This isn't too unusual for you. You did have a public duel, presumably.
Yeah.
That's
And
that's
also, clearly they've got a good eye.
yes.
You're kind of freaky, bro.
Speaking of freaky, you don't have a weapon on you.
No, I'm looking for one. Do you want to say that?
Well, we'll untie one of her daggers and pass it over. I guess you can hold on to that.
Do you want my sword? I'll take the dagger. It's easier. Swallows myself a bit. It's like.
Also, Moxie, we don't know if they're a fighter. They might just, want a weapon for the road. Is that all you're here to see Arif for?
Well, kind of interested in a guy he knows. If he still knows the guy.
Oh?
It's complicated.
If you want a weapon, you should go see a chieftain that's in town, blood red skin, called Dagger. There's a lot.
No,
There's a
no,
lot about
I
weapons.
can't. I simply would
A lot about weapons. You're a
disrespect.
guy, right?
Yes.
There's a lot about
Nope.
weapons.
Moxie, you're going to be this poor man's death. Don't listen to her.
Go see these action as weapons. You can go shoot it.
Don't go to Dagger.
I'll trust you.
Thank you.
These
Oh.
two
That's
are confusing
sexist.
me. No, it's you.
Do you hate
you're
women?
confusing.
Do you hate women?
Maybe only one of them.
What you just said?
Oh, Moxie, everyone hates you. Me especially.
All due respect.
Really doesn't hate me.
You were very blatantly pointing at them, saying you're freaky, and reacting to their racial features with extreme
I've never
expressions. So that's what Moxie was doing to you.
Freaky is mean an insult.
It was probably taken as racism.
Right, well, Arif, told us he'd be back in the evening, so if you want, I can help you track him down.
He's probably getting high on caffeine.
It's late afternoonish.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
We should save some food for Arif. He might eat some good food if it's not tasty, if it doesn't taste like shit.
Arif is a creature when it comes to food.
Yeah, but if it's
I
good
don't
food,
think-
he might eat it.
I don't think he has taste buds. I don't think you two have seen
We
this.
can
but-
test this.
And you definitely haven't seen this.
We
But
can
look at
test
this, and
it.
she opens the coffee cupboard, and there's just like 10 full tubs of coffee, one that's like open and half empty.
We can test it because I've got good food.
He keeps that and rations his food.
We can
You
test
don't have
it.
to cook rations, do you?
No,
Oh, then that makes sense.
you disgust me.
But it's no effort.
Are you like Arif 2.0?
No.
I'm gonna cast sending to Arif.
Arif, get
Just
Arif
kind
to
of-
eat the food. It's a test. It's a test.
For a moment, go into one of the rooms and close the door behind myself. Arif, some fire person is here to see you. It's quite strange. They seem a little odd. I gave them a dagger because they wanted it, but they don't seem like a threat.
I gave them a knife. They're in a room alone with Tyler and Moxie.
I'll be
Well,
back to
he's
see them in a
unattended.
minute. I have to finish up dealing with this, and then I'll be right over.
Only was unattended.
Walks back into the room.
So, what's your name?
Innie.
Innie or Innie? Or Innie?
Innie.
Innie. Innie. Like a belly button.
Innie.
Innie?
Like my siblings.
Innie? Like a belly button? Or like
Moxie.
Innie?
Moxie, respect the person.
Like,
No.
Nice to meet you.
Pronunciation was Innie or Innie? Innie?
Innie. My siblings couldn't say my name when I was a kid, so they said Innie.
What's your actual name then?
Inferno.
That's easy to say. Inferno. Inferno. Inferno.
Yeah, but I'm not going to respond to that. I've always responded to Innie, so there's no point really.
Fine.
Alright. Innie it is. Nice to meet you.
Can I call you Odie?
Moxie. If I told Naïlo what he just said.
I'm right here.
Oh. Sorry, let's see.
You're welcome to tell me again. I might get more angry.
Well, it's not racist. It's just outie because your name's Innie. It's a nickname.
Okay, wait a minute. If this was some infernal word, you absolutely would say it was your culture and that it's racist. So I don't want to fucking hear it from you, okay, Moxie?
Fine, I'll call you
I shouldn't have gotten that angry. Sorry about that. Something about memories of people yelling in Infernal just triggered something in me.
I can do it again. If you fucking dare.
A genuine note.
Okay. So four of you are probably finishing all the food you've got. Arif arrives back at about this time. I suppose I can go over the period slightly. He's relatively tall for a desert person. People tend to be shorter. He's got brown eyes, relatively. He's got about chin length wavy hair that's black and eye bags. For the most part, that's it. He's wearing braces, but no other armour at the moment, and fairly fine clothes. Apparently you're here to see me?
Yes. I want to talk to you about a person.
About a person, that's helpful. Apparently the guard said that you need weapons and you needed authority to buy them.
Naïlo gave me one.
Yeah. Naïlo gave him a dagger.
Is that enough?
It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Right.
If you're planning to travel a bit more, you might want to get another
I'll
weapon.
get one
Do
later.
you want my sword? This one?
I'll get one later.
Arif, are you sure you want us all here for this conversation? We can leave if you want.
I don't think you want them here.
That's
Okay,
how
Now I want to stay here. Actually, can I roll insight
Roll
on
I
that?
can give you your knife back if you want, I swear.
14.
Can I roll like whoa?
Oh god. I told you I was going
That's a
to
19. That's a.
What do we get with a 14 and a 19 on insight on you?
I got better than Naïlo.
It is kind of regarding predictor, but it's fine.
Oh, that's not information that.
Yeah, you
It's
don't.
how dodgy you look.
Yeah.
Can't dodge it. Fine.
Um.
I don't
So
know.
with that, you'd probably say something like,
Like an
"You
idiot.
seem earnest, and it wasn't like threatening at all."
It's
It
not
was just
threatening.
social
I
awkwardness.
can give you the knife back. Please don't kill me.
Alright.
It's unless there's something particularly private that you're wanting to discuss. For now, I don't see any reason that I need to take it elsewhere. Aside from weapons, then, are you looking for a mercenary job? I'm currently in charge of the posting of them.
Sure, I'll take the job.
I was asking if you wanted one.
Now I feel like I'm under pressure, George.
He's worse than me about talking to people.
Moxie, shut up. You're doing
So I take it you're interested in a job then?
Sure. Yes.
Sure.
I'll take a job.
You'll take a job.
I'll take a job.
Do you have the skills to actually take a mercenary job, and are you actually interested enough to risk your life on one?
Yeah, I have nothing else to do.
That is not the attitude of someone I want to be. Well, I may not be
I
traveling with you.
really like you.
But that attitude inspires confidence, let me tell you. It makes everyone with you make you think, if we need to ditch someone, it'll be them.
You're gonna
How
be worse
decent
off
are
than
duels
the
are you?
camel.
How decent at duels are you?
Never been in one.
Do you think you have the skills that... Do you think you can not die in one?
I avoided dying at my siblings' house, so I should be fine.
Brilliant!
Just a
Moxie,
vessel.
do you want to duel them later?
Moxie, that's an order, you have to duel them.
Do I have to?
Two duels set up,
How
perfect.
much do I have to do?
Yes? Don't ask
I've
Arif, ask
looked
me,
into
I'm your
the
mentor.
duels since-
Oh.
You have to.
I'm gonna
And I'm gonna tell you
If
every
you,
little thing you did wrong.
You don't need to win the duel, you just need to...
not die.
Well, I'm certainly not going to let anyone die when I'm standing around right there.
Wait.
Brilliant. I'm
It's
fine.
But certainly show some abilities of combat skills, and I'll think about hiring you on one of the posts.
Moxie
I'll
just
see
put
what
both
there
of
is.
my hands on your shoulders and just goes, can I use fire?
Go ahead.
Great!
Now you said you wanted to talk to me about a person I know.
Should we stop in this? They just said fire.
No, what? It's not as if someone.
We have two members of troops.
I love you! Can they give me a hug?
Given that you're probably trying to kill me later, I'll pass on that for now. Maybe later.
What was the other business you had? Person I know, apparently, you want to talk about?
Well, I was wondering if you know what happened to Atratus.
Ah.
Still want them around?
Well, I mean, I suppose that's public information what happened, but I can't say I'm particularly fond of being asked.
I don't think the information I have is quite as public as you might seem to think. I'm bad with words.
I can tell.
Thanks.
What exactly about Ataratus do you have to say?
Well, I've seen that you're okay. But everything I've seen since I saw your parents having a bit of a go at you two, I've not seen him again. I'm kind of concerned he's dead, given that I know the Fidicton laws. And
I have several questions. I would prefer you answer them under a zone of truth if possible.
Oh, that's a fun thing. It's very, very fun.
It's exactly
go
what
for it,
it's
but you're
called.
probably not going to believe me anyway, so.
Well,
I
I can
love-
certainly know if you believe what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's going to
But,
be a me
same.
situation again.
Oh god.
A fair amount of that is public information, but you just implied... Most of that is public extrapolation you could get from, but the implications of your tone there are alarming.
Zone of truth is fun. When you tell the truth and they don't believe you, it's great.
No one ever believes the shit I say anyway, it's fine.
Everyone always thinks I lie.
Can't blame them.
You mentioned,
Yes.
I don't know how Atratus is. I've not had any contact.
You don't know if he's dead, do you? Take that as a no, you don't know.
I have questions.
This is a tad awkward right now.
Let's head through to the other room. Meryl, get out. I suppose you can come if you want.
Can I come? It was very fun the last time. That was a load of truth. It was very fun.
Do you want
I
Nancy
wouldn't.
to see that?
I wouldn't let them
Pretty
come.
please!
Brilliant. I would prefer you two stay in here, if that's alright.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's just me and you,
In the other room.
Can I go
You get
inside?
shown the truth. Before I cast this, try not to resist the side effects. Yes, if you try and throw off the magic, then I will know.
Cool.
So just, if you agree to it now, it's much simpler.
Sure.
Brilliant. He casts a spell and there's a glittering circle of 15 feet or something. A glittering silver circle on the ground beneath you. Why did you ask me about Adratus?
I saw him, and you. And then I saw you again, but I never saw him again, and I was concerned.
How did you see us?
No vision.
Are you a wizard?
No, this is awful. I hate them. They're scam.
Can you... What are your magical abilities?
I know runes. I have a cantrip, but I don't know if that counts as magic. I don't know much about magic.
Can you scry?
No. No. I'm a weird one, okay? Just take it at that.
Are you a foreign espionage agent?
No.
Do you have any intention of killing me?
No, but I'm very certain Naïlo's going to kill me if he thinks I'm a threat to you. She thinks I'm a threat to you, so... I'm a tad scared.
Good lad.
Are you an assassin?
No, I've never killed anyone. To date.
I don't think you've ever killed anyone.
No, yeah. No.
To date. I'll kill someone tomorrow.
I've been around when people die, but that's the nature of living in Tamale, so... No.
You might just be delusional.
It's just like Moxie all over again.
No one believes me. This is fun. I want to fucking go. Hi.
These tits are the zone of truth.
I'm not crazy. I'm just weird.
Of course.
This is a Homes Like Moxie flashback.
There's rooms that are in the inn that I'm sure you could pay for.
I have money.
Do you not have any money?
I don't know if I have any money.
I'm about to have 40 gold I can pay for your rooms.
Oh no, you've already given me food. I can sleep on the streets.
What is your malfunction?
Wait, are we entirely back or is it
Well,
just...
my house
Just-
burned down a few times when I was a kid, so I've lived on the streets before.
Wait, are me and Tyler here or not?
Mm-mm.
Sad time.
Yes, Arif. You sound annoyed.
I am concerned. Concerned is what I am. It's not annoyed. Also,
There's no need to be concerned. I'm
Insight.
not normal, but I'm...
Insight
Well,
times
insight.
5. Really good, 22.
What do you want to know? What am I going to say?
I mean,
you're acting dodgy.
yes, what you said there is hella sketch.
What did I say again?
A lot.
This
You don't need to
definitely-
worry. There's nothing to be concerned about.
This is seriously just Moxie all over again.
What did you say concerned? I don't...
At least you
probably
haven't
should have
broken
said
any
it was
laws.
about me. I'm not... I'm fine.
Not intentionally lying, just really bad at this.
I've
You-
not seen anyone in weeks, okay? Just give me a break.
Well, if there's no space in the inn, which there should be, the barracks have plenty of spaces free. I will turn up here tomorrow, and I'll see about work, maybe. And you have a duel with Moxie and, maybe then, maybe the day after.
I'm gonna die.
You're not going to die.
I thought you liked fire.
If Moxie goes too far, I'll just beat the shit out of her.
I like Naïlo. I'm terrified of her, but I like Naïlo.
Thank you. You're
A weird one is adequate. I've been called that.
someone I've been contemplating cutting the head off of, but you seem to be earnest, so that's
Like I
not
said,
happening.
I'm scared of Naïlo.
Naïlo is in the room. You don't need to... It's slightly rude.
I don't mind it.
She just said she wanted to cut my head off. And I'm
Contemplate
the
it.
rude one?
I did think you were an assassin.
They
A very bad one, but an
They
assassin.
thought that about me too. She used to be an assassin.
Brilliant. I have...
That's ridiculous.
When did I last eat? I should probably eat.
Arif!
There's some great food over here.
I will be seeing you some other time.
I'm sure you're driving it.
Arif's going to
What is wrong with
leave.
you? Everything you say just it sounds so awful. Arif says you're being honest, but are you? I need to
You could
ask.
say I love you and someone's going to think they're going to be killed.
I need to ask you now.
Why do I seem threatening? I'm like exhausted. Why are you guys thinking I'm trying to kill people?
Are you? And she's going to take out a dagger, put it in your hand, and hold it up to her throat. Are you an assassin? Insight. I don't need to roll it. I'm sure it's the same sort of thing. Take the dagger, put it back away.
On your way then. Hopefully they don't overcharge you. Tell me what the price that they charge you is once you get back. Oh, did you have money?
I have no idea.
Go to the barracks, they'll get you a place to sleep.
Cool. Where is that?
I can take you. Right this way. Goes through the room with you two in. Down away.
Hi.
Well, no, you're in the office bit. The room with those two in is behind.
Alright, right.
Hi. Peeks through the door.
So now that you go off, unless you two wanting to talk, presumably you're just going there.
Yeah, Naïlo doesn't have anything much to say.
Arif
I
will come
wanna
back into the
follow.
room. Well, you two are. Oh, we've resolved the business. You're dueling them, as we said. They should turn up for that.
When's the duel happening?
Do you want to duel tomorrow or the day after?
Awesome. It's not a duel.
Well,
Want to
me and
duel on the
Alice-
same day as Tyler or not?
I'll go ask them and just runs after them. When do you want to fight?
Moxie comes into the street yelling, "When do you want to fight?"
Moxie. This is a human area.
Where do you want to fight? I don't care, you pick. I don't care, you pick.
Oh my god.
Naïlo, can you pick for us? Today or tomorrow or the day after?
Well, I'm at least going to need enough strength to beat Moxie up, assuming it's in the same day. So,
Right before you, it's a good warm up.
well, no, I think after. I should have plenty of strength still after fighting Tyler to be able to kick you to the curb.
Tyler's a tag. Did
Oh.
you see what he did to Lord Wilhelm?
Have you no faith in me, Moxie?
Did you see Tyler with
How
Lord
old's your
Wilhelm?
character again? How old's your character again?
19.
They are at least young. They look you to be slightly younger than Moxie, the person with terrible social skills. The two of you look about the same age group, though.
Did you not see Tyler with Lord Wilhelm's decapitated head?
Having a decapitated head isn't that impressive.
You saw Tyler with Lord Wilhelm's decapitated head?
No, I saw you with that.
How did I look?
He's just making things up.
I looked cool! Oh my god, you like also did you thought I looked cool? Where are you going now?
To the barracks, apparently.
Can I go with you? Can I?
Big space. Probably.
Sure.
Yeah. Yay!
Why did I ask you?
Naïlo's not. She's also her own person, but I've taken responsibility for everything she does, so...
Oh, you poor soul.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to be left alone on my own sometimes. Last time I was, I committed many felonies.
High treason.
I committed...
No, it's not.
Last time I was on my own again, I committed high treason.
But that's neither here nor there.
And who was the Moxie exactly? I have not committed a crime.
Yeah, you're also talking nonsense. You
I've
yet seem to
committed,
know
like,
things that
it's
you
not
shouldn't.
nonsense, you guys just don't believe me, but it's fine.
I
You're not
committed
gonna believe
16.
me. I've committed 16 crimes. in this very town.
That's impressive. How are you still here?
It was in the time span of 3 hours.
Moxie, you should not brag about that while we're in Ivitor, though.
Whenever we was in Monaco, you're like, high treason.
Okay, differences. And this is crazy, Moxie. Let me get really close here. Virliber isn't Ivitor.
But I was here. Everyone knows.
The three of you, as three non-humans standing around slightly yelling at each other, are attracting some attention. Arif's cousin, Izette,
Oh.
walks over. You haven't ever seen them, do you? But I imagine the way that they're walking is enough of a... Is there any problems here?
Just Moxie being Moxie. Sorry if
I've
caused
made
a
my new
disturbance.
best friend.
I win.
And also that one is suspect as hell. Keep an eye on them.
So was I.
You're... Moxie, I don't know how to say this to you nicely. You're a dumbass.
You're my mentor!
And you're a dumbass. I'm being realistic with
You're
you.
a meanie.
I'm going to go
It's
now.
like,
Bye
you
bye.
remind me of home.
Go back off towards Arif's place.
Did Naïlo show me where the barracks was and I just didn't pay attention?
You're going with Moxie, so the two of you go
Oh,
and...
okay.
I don't know
Talk
where the
about-
barracks are.
I,
I-
I was assuming we either got most of the way, if not completely there.
Yeah, we'll presumably you two go in, you go, oh, point out all the people you travel with, like, they're cool, give your opinions, but don't actually do it because I don't have time.
Hi, Shield!
Yeah,
Shield's
hi,
pretty
Shield.
cool.
I might do it later, but so is there anything else you want to talk to Arif about? Whilst it's just you and him and everyone else is gone, because there were a couple of things come up from that last conversation that probably you've not heard about, previously mentioned.
I mean, I don't mean to pry, but was what she said was accurate? Because I don't know many people's names from this part.
You're asking about Ataratus.
Yes,
I assume
have
Lilith mentioned the name.
once or twice, but I don't have a name, you know, to put... No, sorry, I have a name down the face of it.
Ataratus is Prince of Verdicta. Presumably when Lilith talked about it, royalty tends to be, well, horrible gossips.
Yeah, but
Did Lilith ever mention what happened to you then? You can roll a history check.
11.
She mentioned that Ataratus was involved in some kind of scandal.
Okay. I mean, I heard there was a scandal of sorts, but nothing
Yes,
else.
you could say that. What questions about it do you have?
I mean, if it's anything to do with Lilith, then I would like to know.
Oh, don't worry, nothing to do with Lilith.
Okay.
It was entirely unrelated. They were slightly odd. I think they're slightly deluded. Nothing under the zone of truth was flagged, of course. So they believe what they're saying. They're just... I'll be keeping an eye on them. That's all.
Do you want me to ask any questions?
Oh, no, I'm fine. If I need to ask any more, I'm sure I can size it. But yes, that's when I heard your name. I'd heard a bit about Lilith and how she'd dropped out of succession to go join the Dragon Knights, have to be politically uninclined. Your names are brought up as group members.
She was always very focused. She was one of the best members of the team. I can see why she'd want to join. A shame what happened to her, though.
A noble profession. You have my sympathy for the losses of... But, can't be undone that.
No. Did she ever mention Bling to you?
I've heard the name in conjunction with working with Lilith. But I don't know that I've... Let me see if he's talked to her before.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
I've talked to her briefly, but there wasn't very much that came up. It was a short conversation. Court, that kind of thing. She was at a Fediction Bull, is where I met her.
Okay. Alright.
Just said that she was part of the Dragon Knights. Her team was shaping up well.
Okay.
She was training you, I think.
She was.
But, no, nothing else.
Okay. She was a little bit on the stern side, but as to be expected.
Certain little expectations. You're free to come back in now. And
Arif,
yes,
I think they've been following us for a while. See, they've said a lot of things that they could have just picked up with a little bit of looking. They said, I'm a good fighter, which I am. They mentioned some things with Atratus, which could be just as easily made up.
from Tamari, I will say this now. Specifically when it comes to romance-related things, or what's seen as that sort, very much on topic for their court gossips.
So it would make plenty of sense that they'd pick up those sorts of things.
Oh, yes, I imagine the whole country talking about it.
But then they went ahead and said they saw Moxie carrying Vorham's head. And that did happen.
The other things happened, but they're just known about. That happened recently, yes. They're not an espionage agent.
I didn't see anyone during our travel back here.
There is something that I didn't check, actually.
Mm.
Race. From Tamari. They have changelings.
What? A what?
Shapeshifters.
Well, that's what... Okay, that
Possible.
makes sense, I suppose.
It's possible, I suppose, that they were following you as another form, but we have no knowledge of if they are. I can check tomorrow. For now, they're in the barracks. Nothing's going to... Well, I can certainly hope no one would get away with a crime in the middle of my barracks.
Alone with Moxie.
I will say,
Where'd Moxie get to?
Moxie decided that they were fast friends or something.
Aerospace balls.
On
That's fairly good, actually. I only
Yeah.
have 2 guest rooms.
And on
You're free to use one of them.
Thank you.
the other side, that does also mean that, dumbass or not, someone I trust is with this person. So if all of a sudden Moxie up and dies, well, that's pretty easy to point the finger now, isn't it? And if something suspicious happens, I would hope, Moxie would tell me. I would hope.
She seems to brag a little bit about her crimes, so...
She may accidentally let it slip, if she intended to keep it quiet, so there is that.
I've had a suspicion. If you want to go out and sort, it should be dark enough. I imagine we'll travel outside the outskirts of town. Identification rings. Tyler, you're free to. Which bedroom do you use when you're here again?
That one.
There's 3 downstairs. Don't use mine. I'm currently sleeping on with no windows. I will have one of the other ones. Whichever
fine.
doesn't have none of this stuff, and you can use.
Thank you.
My good food. Eat my good food. My good food.
Do the 2 of you briefly want to talk to NPCs or not? But I mean brief. Okay. You're in the barracks, there's a couple around. Okay, all good.
I will mention,
Yeah.
when I do get to a room, I will take out my harp and I'll start polishing that.
Okay. You start taking care of your harp.
Is this in my room?
The other one.
Other
There's
Okay.
Arif's got 2
Sorry.
guest bedrooms.
I thought you said when I get to her room.
Fuck Moxie. These posh weapons.
Okay, so you probably just go as you are. Arif will pick up a thing to put around his eyes and two pairs of gloves.
Naked.
With clothing still around town. And then you travel outside of town slightly, and he stops by to check his camel, and then moves on. He did earlier, but he just goes to. Right. You're currently a bit out of town, out of vision at least. He's probably just made something on a glow, the cantrip light.
So, how exactly does this work? I just sit down and start meditating, do my even song till I illustrate, is that it?
Certainly. You're free to wear these gloves.
Thank you.
And follow your other ritualistic traditions as much as you'd like to. You'll be directly calling an illustrator, essentially agree to. Your magic's granted by Illustrate, so the fact that it's going to recognise you by your magic and your soul, the item made, means you need Illustrate's permission to help in creating it.
Alright.
I've got my ritual gear. I just need to cool on Tia, essentially. He will, in some observance of your traditions, take his top off, but nothing else.
Yeah, are we... Oh god.
Are we having a kiss right now?
What is the visual range between us and town?
He expected you to drop a load, so sufficiently
Yeah,
fast.
cool, probably behind a dune or something.
Yeah, it's...
Drop all clothes, except gloves.
Brilliant.
Sit down,
And
close my eyes.
he sits down, like, cross-legged. And after a brief moment, presumably, when Arif's eyes open, his posture changes slightly and his eyes are a molten silver. And looks past you, and then there's the shadowy figure almost at the outskirts of the circling you. Illustrate. It's been some time. There's a responding voice, which I can't do properly, okay, sorry.
Sure.
People to liberate, things to do. Always a lot going on. And the, Arif, but you don't quite think it's Arif speaking, goes, of course, don't we all have things? And looks over at you, and you're presumably fine with connecting to a pair of rings that have some magical properties.
Me.
Yes.
That I am.
Live yet, Naïlo.
That I am.
Beside them, a shimmering, rather large dog appears in silver. Shimmering, glittery silver, sparkly. And a smaller warhammer flies out and combines with a sword from Illustrate sent forward, and there's a ball of light, and then puts his hand out, and in it fall 2 rings. They look... I wrote this down.
Wow, I'm stunned. That's a lot. That just fucking happened.
Yeah, I know. Okay, the rings are... And then one's held out to you. And floats slightly over to your hand.
Thank you.
Illustrate's figure disappears. and then closes their eyes, and Arif's eyes are normal again when he opens them and the dog disappears. Ah, worked.
Did you see any of that?
I have an awareness of what happens, but it's more like walking dreams.
Okay. It wasn't you who spoke to me.
That was Tia.
That was Tyr. Good. I thought it was Tyr. Little bit afraid it might have been illustrated. Okay.
Ah, sorry, I should probably have given more forewarning on that.
Yeah, that was a lot. But it worked.
Yes. The ring you have in your hand appears to be perhaps platinum, and it has the words from Arif Imperium on the band round and the focus, so the bit that's, I don't know what it's called, but you know, it's got essentially a dark orange silhouette of a illustrate against a crescent moon, with flying instead of a sword or just nothing, where normally there's the holy symbol of Tia emblazoned on it, and when you put it on your finger, the holy symbol of Tia glows. Arif puts his on, and the bit that's got illustrates holy symbol on glows.
These are fancy. Then again, made with God involvement, so...
Okay. The ring, you can turn them visible at will. If you use an action, you can turn them invisible. I will send it, I've made a handout.
Sure.
So he makes his disappear and appear again. He makes another ring appear as well. That's that way. Best not to have them be visible. If you can choose to take it down, or it'll well, that one may disappear when you die, I'm not sure. Or become visible at least. And through the ring, you specifically have a sort of awareness that Arif's alive, as knowledge you're getting from it. And that's... you managed to get a ring, guys. You're attuned to it automatically.
Good tune.
Well, thank you. Gonna make you go invisible.
You should have been a Madeline and put it on your ring finger.
Right, well...
The Just Bros.
Back to town, I suppose.
Unless you have anything you want to do, you're free to stay out if you want.
Thank you. I did want to ask, actually.
Yeah?
It feels a little bit improper, being teacher to Moxie, and yet myself not being a member of the clergy of Illustre. At all. Could you make me a flame?
Flame?
So I could do the lady's flame, a ritual to Illustre.
What type?
Just one that will keep burning.
Of course.
I noticed you had some things up around the bath. Figured it was you.
I use he touches his clothes and it glows and he just dismisses it. That's more or less doesn't use up anything. Making fire's a bit more than that, but I can certainly do it.
Thank you.
Makes probably a silver flame that doesn't burn.
Yep. Put it in my bag.
I'll get back into town. That usually takes a fair bit out of me. He looks tight.
If you want, I can carry you.
Yes, carry me.
I'm capable of walking.
Fair enough.
Wearing rings on that ring finger.
Then
Always
I-
invisible.
In that case, I suppose you can take this opportunity while I'm getting dressed to rest. And then she's going to, as slowly as possible, put her clothes on to give him as much time to rest as possible.
Sure.
Reverse strictly.
Okay, but not centrally.
Good.
It's more like
Throw
drop it
before
once,
hose.
and drop it a second time, put it on, drop a different thing, you know?
Yeah, I'll get up. We should be heading into town.
Alright.
Two of you head back in, presumably to go prepare to sleep for the evening, which you're probably doing already. Two of you find a place in the barracks. You're probably sharing a room. You can be sharing a room with Dagger and Seeley.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
So I can get a sword one.
2 bunk beds.
Yeah.
With
Dagger! Seeley, meet my new friend! Yes, I know he's male, but he likes arson.
there are 2 tieflings in this room. There are 2 in the room with you. There are 2 tieflings, Dagger and Seeley. Seeley is a pink tiefling with horns that go straight up, and Dagger is a blood red tiefling who has slightly alarming canines.
Thank you.
Pretty cool.
Dagger! They love arson. Also, they need a weapon.
Oh, they certainly can't have any of mine.
No, it has some recommendations.
Oh, recommendations. What can you use? Oh, I see. No combat training on them. Completely useless. Why'd you bring them here?
They're like,
And they're male. And what even are you, anyway?
Cool.
A Genesee. But I will go with cool if you
Oh,
prefer
cast-offs.
This one saw me holding Lord Warham. Saw me holding Lord Warham's head.
that. It was very cool.
You're in Zonk.
No, I was
How did you
in
do
bed,
it?
actually.
How did you do it?
Great, you found
I
someone
don't
who's
know, I'm trying to figure it out.
weird?
I'm sorry.
crazy and male.
I'm not crazy.
This is my new best friend.
Oh, Dagger.
This is my new best friend.
Please say they at least like women.
do you like women? As in respect women, not like.
Oh, I respect them, yeah.
No, I was meaning,
Sexually?
obviously. What else would I be checking?
Are you sexually attracted to women?
I don't know. Is that something I'm meant to know?
Another
Don't worry. You are my new best friend. I didn't know either. I still don't know.
They're too perfect for each other.
Dagger's like, you make interesting friends, Moxie. At least this one can't get me or any of the other of us killed.
I don't
Yeah.
think you're crazy. I think you're cool.
Seeley
I
looks
love you so much. Can I go face my siblings with you?
Can I
slightly,
tell you as a brother?
hi, I'm
We're siblings now.
Seeley. Hi.
Oh, brother, meet Seeley.
Hi.
I'll be
Seeley's
heading
lovely.
to sleep now. Bye, Seeley.
Night night. Good night.
It's good to see you're making connections outside of the troop. If you're siblings now, I suppose, make sure you keep them around. And then the 2 of them head off to the other side of the room. And finish. We've got the next morning. And the next day, you 2 have a duel, maybe. No, wait, you don't. No one has anything on today. Is there anything particular you want to do, or do you want to just rest from
I
journeying?
want to announce to Naïlo that I now have a brother, a younger brother.
Okay, so the next morning.
How old are you?
21.
Oh, literally number 1.
We're the youngest.
Okay, so night passes. Next morning, you go straight through the office and Arif
Don't
straight-
even knock.
Well, actually, the door's locked. You're probably trailing along.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hello.
Either of you 2 are probably awake to answer this.
Hello.
Is she awake?
She's awake.
She'll go.
Hello.
Do you want to
I
go?
don't
Go.
make me
Okay.
kick down the
Tyler
door.
comes and opens the door.
I was about to course constantly make the door open.
Early. I need that
Tyler, meet my new baby brother.
I already met you once.
I'm 19.
Yeah, you're my little brother, my baby brother.
That's my little brother.
Why does everything fucking happen on my sleep?
Did you dream of the mirrors again? No, Tyler. Or was it a good dream? I need Naïlo.
Go.
Go find
Naïlo!
There's a grunt in the room next to Naïlo, a clattering, and Arif opens the door. What is it?
Time now opens the door.
Arif looks like he's not had much sleep. Please.
Arif, back to sleep with you. And she's gonna go over and kind of close the door on him.
There's a thumb onto the bed again. He did not sleep at a reasonable time.
Yes!
Meet my new little brother.
Hi.
I've already. Wait, what?
I was adopted for some reason by this thing. As your mentor, that doesn't make her like your mum, right? I'm not like.
No, Naïlo's not my mum.
Okay.
If Naïlo was my mum, that would
I know
make...
she's not like actually your mum, but she's
Her-
like a substitute mother thingy that now makes her my substitute mother thing. Which
Naïlo is not a MILF.
Oh, no. I wanna quit. I wish I never learned that term.
I don't think.
No,
we should
Naïlo's not my mother, because if Naïlo was my mother, that would be very, very weird for my mother to get naked and force me to look at her in the middle of the desert at night.
Some families it works. What's my relationship to Naïlo then? If I know your
Oh.
brother, is what I'm asking.
Your acquaintance.
Cool.
It's too early for this. I'm going back to bed.
This is why
No, I
happens
found-
when you're asleep.
Well, there's something.
Sleep is for the weak.
So.
Sleep is fun.
So. Moxie?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. So I accept that I'm taking responsibility for your actions. But with that is some good faith that you're not going to put me.
I'm not putting you in charge of another person. I'm just saying, here's my brother.
No, I mean in the cooking pot all the time. You know, sometimes things you do and say. Sorry?
Why did you say cooking? What were we eating last night?
We weren't
No,
eating
no.
cookies.
Oh, cookies! I think you said cooking pot. Sorry.
I said cooking pot, but we weren't eating people. Don't worry.
Oh, it's fine if we are.
What?
I just wanted to know.
Moxie, what I'm trying to get at here is that sometimes you do and say things that make situations worse. I would
How
say
does this make situations worse? He's great.
I'm perfectly
We-
sane.
we believe they're either insane or somehow a threat to Ivitordo and Arif and
No,
or me.
That
I-
one's a new
no.
one. The insane I get a lot.
No,
I'm not crazy.
he's not crazy. He's not insane. I just think he just sees stuff.
I
Leave me.
Yeah.
don't, in this situation,
I
Moxie,
love you.
care what you think. I'm offering.
You thought I was lying when I did when I was under the zone of truth. Was I lying? No.
I don't think they're lying. I just think they're insane.
I'm not insane.
And or a threat
He's
to the
not.
people around them and themselves.
Did I die in the middle of the night?
Should he come back?
No. No, you didn't. Why do you ask?
Because not a threat. I didn't die in the middle of the
Right.
night.
No. That's just completely wrong. Because they
We
make.
have to have a duel. It
I
would
like
make
how
sense.
you're doing this right outside the bedroom
Yeah.
still.
It wouldn't make sense for him to kill me in the middle of the night.
If you did end up dead, wouldn't it be more that scary red one that killed you, not me?
No.
I'm kind of pathetic.
No.
Okay.
See, we would have stopped.
What-
that.
Moxie.
But then with that logic, wouldn't they stop
It's
me?
like Nilo's my handler and Sigley's Dagger's handler.
They sound like assassins. That's cool.
No. We're not. We're really not.
Technically, we did kill a man about a couple of weeks ago.
That was not an assassination.
Was it political?
Yes.
It wasn't assassination. I'm sorry.
The door opens again.
Arif, meet my new little brother.
Why are they in my
Look like you
house?
need sleep.
Why are they in my house?
I thought you
I'll go give them something fun to do. Close the door now. Again.
I really choose to look like kids.
Come this way.
It's because that one's over
Come.
100 and
Moxie,
that
Moxie, come this way.
fine.
I know choose myself dogs.
Don't worry, you should have seen that.
Heads outside.
Doesn't do breakfast.
You should have seen when I had to pretend to be her slave.
Pick up some pastries at them or something.
She beat me 5 times.
Okay.
I don't think that was your plan.
Wait,
I think she just wanted to hear you.
I think so too.
You're getting more sweet while you're taking them to the nearby shop, which is the bakery.
Okay.
The person in charge of the bakery is.
All
Give me
right.
a second.
Okay.
Does that mean we're getting sugar?
Sugar.
Bakery.
Cupcakes.
You have sweets you can offer.
Sugar is a commodity.
Do you like
Can't bake without
do you like hard-boiled sweets?
Do you want to take one?
Yes.
When did you get those?
On my very first day.
Those are like a month. Oh.
Sweet, it's fine. This is sweet still, but it's fine. It's sugar. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, just a random human
Okay.
kind of.
Perfectly okay.
You've come in a couple of times, several times before.
Pleasure.
What do you want today?
Well, I'm not ordering.
Croissant.
Moxie, you order.
In this shop, there's some flatbreads, some rolls, and a couple of croissant things,
Croissant.
and possibly possibly some shortbread, but there's not very much of it, and it's most expensive.
Now, Moxie, I'm trusting you with my gold here, because it's mine we're spending.
I'm not gonna get.
Okay.
And also I trust you to-
Please get the cheapest.
I know.
I
will
also-
try if I do get this.
I also intend for you to be aware of things outside of. You know what? You'll do good.
Can I have
Gives her a
two?
bag of 5 gold and walks
Oh,
off.
she asked me if I'm one okay.
Can I have 2 croissants? Croissant.
You want 2 croissants?
Can I have 2 croissants?
Okay, you can get that for
Croissant.
that will be 8 copper pieces. So
Wait, how much is the croissant?
Wait, can I have 4?
that's 8 copper pieces.
Can I have 4 croissants?
That would
Fine,
be
give one to Arif.
5 croissants.
5 croissants.
Yeah,
What's the translation rate?
2 silver.
2 silver.
Is this okay? No,
Can you break a gold?
it's okay.
I'm not in the shop at the moment. I walked in.
One's for Arif, he'll be fine. Should
No, I don't have any silver. You gave me gold.
Right.
Can you
You're
break a gold?
Oh yeah. I mean, it depends
you
how
know-
large she is.
Do you not know how money works?
No, my father was a merchant, but I never bothered to learn.
Can you break a gold?
Probably should have learned.
Okay, so you. I can give you change for the gold.
Yeah.
That's the phrase. Can you break it? As in, like, not physically break it, but breaking it up into the rest of the
Yeah.
money that you need.
I'm fine
It's
with
a
doing it for
phrase.
uneducated folks.
No, it's a phrase.
I have education.
use it in
but
Virliber.
not standardised education. Nothing's standardised into knowledge.
I didn't get standardized education.
Did you get any education?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay,
Wow.
so that's. They give back 8 silver and the things. 5
Just go with it.
Can you grab the croissants?
Is there anything else you're wanting? We
Should-
have
should-
knotted bread, flatbread,
Should be fine.
No,
shortbread.
None of us copy. This
Should I-
will be fine.
Should I get like the shortbread from Naïlo? I'll have a shortbread.
Okay, the shortbread is 1 silver. No wait, that's really cheap. It uses sugar.
Yeah, it does use sugar.
1 gold.
Open bit. There we go.
Okay, so you now have 3 gold and 8 silver.
Alrighty.
And they give you one of the shortbreads that you take out.
Thank you.
Pleasure doing business.
Just what about
You come back.
Naïlo, here you go.
No, thank you.
We got croissants for everyone.
That I just gave you shortbread.
That one's for you.
I was expecting
That's a
money.
thank you.
There we go.
Oh, we got you shortbread.
And croissants for everyone, including Arif, because I think you said Arif doesn't eat.
Yeah.
But he drinks coffee, so that should be fine.
I'm proud of you, Moxie. Good on you. You're
After
gonna break it in half and pass off it to.
Breaks it down.
I think you are just having to deal with both of them now.
Fuck!
You and Arif probably come up at some point.
Oh yeah.
Do you want coffee?
Yes, please.
He'll make you coffee. Do you want milk with coffee?
Do you want
Do you want milk? We don't have any milk. Do you want coffee?
Oh. Yeah, I'll still have coffee. Thank you.
Alright, when do we get back?
It's just completely black coffee.
Oh, that's gonna be strong.
When do we get back?
Just a bit before this, you probably had sat down.
Who
eaten your
wants
shortbread.
flatbread?
Oh, you got flatbread?
Yeah.
You got croissant.
Oh, so flatbread. Who wants those croissants?
Trick question, you all get one.
Yeah.
Alright,
Ah.
go Matt.
I assume that was you buying food unnecessarily again.
Nope, that was Moxie buying food.
Ah, well, thank you.
And it's not unnecessary.
Croissant.
Travel rations managed fine.
Croissant. Can I have some coffee?
Oh, of course. Completely black coffee. Probably scalding hot.
That's fine. That's
Sip
fine.
it slowly. I will warn you now.
I'm a tiefling. I can handle the heat.
Seems your race doesn't protect you from the scalding hot coffees.
No, it does. It's just this is really hot.
Okay, it's now 5:30, so the two of you are heading off.
We finished with Moxie burning her tongue.
Yeah, leave it there.
Thank you for the D&D. I enjoyed it.